Hello guys, Arcand here. Here we have another toe dip. This is Brother. This VN was developed by guoshu. It was originally in Chinese and translated to English. The story is about sons of a reorganized family of two single dads. So I'm guessing they'll be stepbrothers. We'll just have to see what else the story has in store, since that was the only English part put on the itch page. So let's check out the story. The morning sun shone into the waiting room through the skylight, and I walked against the flow of people. Okay, got it. The character's name is in Chinese. I hung up the phone impatiently and dragged my luggage through the security check. This is my first time home from work. Ding dong, a message rang on the phone. Brother, will you really come back? It was a message from that man's child, but since I knew from college that I haven't been home once, it's normal for him to ask. I didn't intend to reply, but just relocked the screen and put on the blindfold as the plane started. Mottled sunlight outside the window reflected on the boy's face. There was some commotion outside the door, and the boy opened the door in confusion. In the living room, Dad was talking to a strange man. I really hope, they mention the characters' names in English, or, they spell it out at some point so I can say their names. The man found the boy. Oh, sorry, Xiaoyong. Did I disturb you? Oh, okay, good thing they said the name, Xiaoyong. Dad beckoned the boy over. Let me introduce. This is Uncle Zhou. Come on, call me Uncle. Uncle. Well, what a sensible child. The boy resisted the strange man's compliment, turned around, and ran back to the room. This child is more introverted. No, it's okay. Mine is too. So, what are you thinking about? I still feel a little... Brother? Ding dong. I woke up with a start and took off the blindfold. Here we are. I unpacked my luggage from the rack and headed for the exit. From afar, I saw my father waving his arms vigorously. Was hugged as soon as I dragged my luggage. Dad, what are you doing? I haven't seen my good son for a long time. Let me give you a good hug. Enough is enough. He let me go and took my suitcase. Your Uncle Zhou is very happy to know that you plan to come back. He has been busy all afternoon. Back at the door of the familiar home, I stood at the door and didn't know what kind of expression to step into this home again. Until my father broke my thoughts and pulled me in. Xiaoyong is back. A familiar yet unfamiliar voice came from the kitchen. Tired of lying? Dinner will be fine. As the sound approached, he came out of the kitchen, just a little more stubble than he remembered. Well, let's sit down first. Father was already lazily lying on the sofa and turned on the TV. Xiaoyuan will come back later. My expression is a little stiff. Zhou Ku gave a sharp signal with his eyes, and his father clicked his tongue knowingly. Zhou Ku? I think this is maybe the main character, I guess. You are tired. Go to your room to rest for a while. I have tidied up your room. I touched the back of my head and entered the room awkwardly. Lying on the bed, looking at the familiar ceiling, smelling the familiar smell of washing powder, that person's face appeared in my mind again. He always follows me. I don't like him. I hate him. Xiaoyong, come, let me introduce you. From now on, this is your younger brother, Zhou Yuan. The boy hid behind my father. Come, Xiaoyuan, call me brother. Brother, brother. Since then, he follows me no matter what I do, like a follower. I don't like him. Elder brother? I opened my eyes in a daze. Sorry, I came in without permission. I sit up in bed. The quiet atmosphere lasted for a few minutes. Very nice. To be able to sit with my brother again. What do you mean? He smiled to himself. Nothing, just remembered something. Oh. I actually understood what he meant. When I was a child, he followed me no matter what I went to. When I was in a daze, he would sit beside me quietly and look at me, but I didn't want to admit that I didn't like him. The atmosphere was silent for a few more minutes. Brother, do you really want to come back to live? Did something happen? I want to come back, okay? Do you have any opinion? He was stunned by my words. No, because I am also very happy that my brother is willing to come back. He bowed his head and stopped talking. I was a little impatient for no reason and reached out to touch his head. He raised his eyes in surprise. His cheeks were slightly drunk. I belatedly withdrew my hand. Late dinner should be ready. I'll go there first. He got up and went out. I should hate him. I should. Xiaoyong, your luggage has arrived. At the door. Let me help you move in. No need. I'll move it to the living room and put it there first. Eh? He looked up at me suspiciously, hovering in mid-air with his suitcase in hand. I've already found a good house here. No, won't you come back to live? It's closer to where I work. Entered the room with a gloomy expression. At this time, Zhou Yuan just came in from the outside. There are a lot of boxes outside. They belong to you, brother. It's my luggage. He bent down and picked up some heavy boxes. Then I'll help my brother move in. Stop. Just put it in the living room. Eh? He and his son are really alike. In the room at this time, Xiao Jiacheng was lying on the bed and sleeping soundly, and Zhou Ku lay down beside him. Maybe Xiao Jiacheng is the tiger, the tiger father. And I'm not sure who Zhou Ku is anymore. I thought it was the main character. Anyway. Oh, so Zhou Ku is the father of the main character. I think. I'm a little confused. I'm sorry. Cheng. Zhao Jiacheng narrowed his eyes in a daze and turned his head. What's the matter? Xiao Jiacheng is the father of the main character, and Zhou Ku is this guy. I think so, and our stepbrother is Zhou Yuan. I don't know who the main character is. Anyway. I think Xiaoyong is the main character. Xiaoyong, does he still hate me? Huh? What's the matter? What did he say? Zhou Ku was a little silent, playing with Xiao Jiacheng's hair with his fingers. He said he would go out and live by himself. Oh? Why didn't he tell us in advance? Is it because of me that he doesn't want to live at home? No, you think too much. Really? Xiao Jiacheng pulled out his arms from under the quilt and hugged Zhou Ku. That child has had his own opinion since he was a child, and he is very sensible, so I don't need to worry about him, so don't think too much about it. Zhou Ku took advantage of the situation and leaned into Xiao Jiacheng's arms. Well, I hope. Why? What why? Does my brother don't like me? That's why he doesn't want to live at home? Huh? Why do you say that? Because my brother always said that I was an annoying follower. Sitting on the sofa, he grabbed his fluffy tail on his lap with some embarrassment. You think too much. I got up and took a glass of water to go back to my room. That... Then, brother, can you stay here? You want me to stay? When... He blurted it out, but got stuck at the first word. If brother stayed, Uncle Xiao would be very happy too. Huh? He was having fun. But... He looked up at me. But... I reached the water glass and drank it down, put down the glass and got up and walked to my room. He reached out to grab the handle, but the cloth caught a pair of furry paws. I turned my head just in time to meet his fiery gaze. What are you doing? I want my brother to stay. The atmosphere was deadlocked for a few seconds, and the door opposite was suddenly opened. What are you two doing standing in the aisle? Zhou Yuan quickly withdrew his hand and walked away. No, nothing. What happened, Xiaoyuan? I have no idea. I entered my room and was about to close the door, but my father followed me in. Well, why did you come in too? He closes the door. You have to move out. Well, I'm going to. He sat down with his arms around my shoulders. What is the plan? Do you really want to move? Do you not like living at home? No. Then stay here, and you can still eat the food made by your Uncle Zhou every day. I shake off his arms, ready to push him out. Why are you pushing me? You leave it to me to decide. Okay, but... He finished speaking. I closed the door. I lay down and stared at the ceiling in a daze. I decided to move out or stay. The look of his stepbrother was so precious, he didn't really want him to go, so let's stay. The shadow of that guy appeared in his mind again. Just stay. I got up to move my luggage in, but the door suddenly opened. Boom! Why did you open the door suddenly? Huh? Did you? I pointed to the reddish bump on my forehead. Oh, he hit him. You knock when you enter other people's rooms? Oops, I just bumped into it. It's not serious. This is a matter of basic etiquette. Okay, it won't hurt if Dad blows to you. I pushed him away, who was struggling to get closer. Okay, why are you here again? Your luggage takes up too much space in the living room, so I'll move it here first. I haven't decided yet. Never decide that we have to use the living room too. Don't you think it's okay for you to keep getting in the way of the living room? I plan to stay here first. Let me just say, how can my good son be willing to part with such a cute father like me? He said and took me into his arms. While I was free from the corner of my eye, I glanced at Zhou Yuan standing outside the door. When were you here? Well, when you said you planned to stay. I have moved all the luggage to the door, and I will leave it to you young people. I am going out. Well, goodbye, Uncle Xiao. Then Zhou Yuan leaned over and helped me move the luggage into my room and tidy it up.